Yo, what up? Let me turn this down. All right, can you guys hear me? Hope you guys can hear me because, yeah, it's been crazy. All right, so, welcome to another episode of Shel-Shock. It's been a while. I don't know how many episodes, but this is the first video I got right now. I just wanted to come out and just do a video because I got a lot of, I got two things on that I got to get off my chest. And, I want to do a live podcast and just knock out the box. You know what I'm saying? If you can hear me, just press one. I appreciate it if you can hear me. If you can't, then, let me know. Then I just fix it right quick on the fly because I'm doing what I'm doing best. Talking major crap. All right. I will be cussing, but I won't be using cussing a lot because I feel that, I'm a very passionate person when it comes to cussing. I think cussing can add cussing, profanity, vulgarity adds closure to, a lot of stuff. But sometimes if you do it too much, you can dilute the message. And I really want to get this message out. So, but if you hear some cussing, then okay, cool. And doubling? Okay. One second. Hold on. Testing 1, 2, 3. How about now? I don't have all windows open. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing. All right. Okay, that sounds normal. Ugh. What? Okay, how about now? Damn, it happened again. Oh. All right, how about now? That was Testing. One, two, three. All right, that's better. I don't know what the hell happened. All right, we in here. We here. All right. Mm, mm. Had to go through a lot just to get this started, get this situated. All right, let's start over again. Okay, basically, hold on. Okay, I'm not doubling. Y'all can hear me, um, doing my thing, whatever. But like I was saying, this episode, I just want to get on and get off my chest and talk about what's going on, in the world and what's going on, in my private life as far as dealing with video games and not dealing with video games. So let's get to it, okay? Shall we? I wasted enough time, so let's just let's get into it. All right. The name of the as you can see, the name of the as you can see over here, right there. Yeah, the name, as you can see, the name of that podcast is called "The Invasion of the Were Bitches." Okay, check it. All right, so I'm minding my own business. I go on Facebook, and I used to get into arguments with people on Facebook a lot. I chilled out because a lot of people they be clout chasing, or they just be doing dumb stuff and random stuff on Facebook. But this week, um, I got my sixth block. All right, my sixth block on Facebook, and the reason why I got my sixth block of this Facebook was some bull crap, but what led up to the banning of me on Facebook was because I was going off or trying. I didn't even go off on this young lady. Well, actually, she's not a young lady. She's an old hypocrite douchebag. But anyway, I went off on this lady because she put up a post saying that we need to educate our young black men or young black boys. We need to show them a rite of passage. We need to stop them from playing video games and dancing. And I'm like, what? It's like, stop dancing and okay, dancing and rite of passage. It's like, and then I started thinking, I'm like, why is it always some booger wolf or some were bitch that pops out of some goddamn hole that always got to say what a black man got to do or what a black boy got to do? And these girls are just horrible, hideous, and just ugly and downright have no soul. Like, I don't understand that. It's just like all the happy women. If you notice, all the happy women, regardless race, creed, or nationality, they don't spend their time on Facebook or social media trying to tell you what a man should do or what they do not. They're enjoying their life with their family or with their significant other. It's always some ugly, shameful, or shameless woman who has no soul, who's pretty much ugly on the inside and out, that uses the social media, regardless of Facebook, YouTube, or Twitter, as a soapbox or a platform to get on and so everybody can hear their misery. And it's just a damn shame nowadays because this lady, she was, first of all, and then the point was, people were educating. People weren't really coming at her. It was male and female that was trying to, come at her and talk to her and tell her about the situation, but about how wrong she is. But they weren't being very disrespectful. But she was being very disrespectful, dismissive, and condescending. Sending one line retorts or one word replies like okay whatever, and people's like, man, video games is a multi-billion-dollar industry, and there's a lot of people making money from this, and it's very lucrative to people, and you need to educate yourself. And she says whatever, and then she went off on a couple people, saying, well, do you have a passport? And then I broke it down. I was like, wait a minute, do you have a passport? And she was like, yeah, I got a passport. I use my passport all the time to travel. I was like, that's fine and good, but I use my passport to travel too. I know people all over the world thanks to video games. I sat down and broke bread with some of the best players that ever graced this damn world. You know what I'm saying? And then she was like, "Do you have $1 million?" I was like, "Lady, do you have $1 million?" Yeah, I got $1 million. Like, if you had $1 million, then your face wouldn't be looking like that. I mean, she had acne. She was over 35 and she still had pimples, dude. What grown woman walks out the house looking like that? But I digress. You know what I'm saying? And it's just I noticed a lot of females use social media as a platform to spread their venom or their hatred towards anything more more particularly the black I wouldn't say black men but men in general, and it's just like they're trash. You're trash. And then she was saying how you know little boys play too many video games. And then a young lady who was married, I don't know if she was black or she was Arabic, but she was like, my whole family games. And if you would look at the notes, the average age for gamers is 36 years old. And there's more female gamers than there are guy gamers. And she was like, and okay, do you have a passport? Like, lady, like, what are you doing? And why are you talking about gamers? Why don't you talk about travel or how you being a better person or bring something better to contribute to this to the human race. I normally I let people be go and let them do what they got to do or whatever, but when it comes to video games, you know what I'm saying, I get kind of offended because I like gaming, and a lot of people don't realize or how special video games was to me. You know what I'm saying? My mother was a competitive gamer before I was even born. She was traveling across the well, when I was around the cusp around when I was being born or when I was a baby, an infant. You know what I'm saying? My mother used to go around regionally, compete in Miss Pac-Man, Millipede, or was it Centipede? Was this when did Millipede come out? I don't know. But she competed in both of them. But she competed in Miss Pac-Man, Millipede, Centipede, and she would travel regionally. You know what I'm saying? She almost traveled nationally, but I mean, it is what it is. But my mother was a competitive esports gamer before even esports was even considered. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying. So from the age of 3, when I got my Atari 2600 CVS, you know what I'm saying, I played there and I played, game casually. It wasn't until arcades came. Well, arcades been out at that time because I remember my mother, she was a substitute teacher, and after she picked me up from the daycare, she would take me to a local arcade and I'll game there. But it wasn't until I was a teenager when Street Fighter came out, and that's when I found my niche as far as playing fighting games in arcade. And at that time, also, um, arcades during the '90s, especially in East. I can't speak for a lot of regions, but I can in globally, but regionally in American, a lot of the arcades was in the inner city, and around in the early 90s, a lot of gang violence and a lot of wars was happening, and drug war was happening in the inner cities where a lot of arcades was taking place. And arcades, I would say, was my anti-drug. You know what I'm saying? Video games actually saved my life. If it wasn't for video games, I would have been dead or in jail. A lot of my friends were dead or were dead, were dying, or going getting incarcerated because they was in that street life. And arcades basically, pretty much, aka video games, basically saved my life because if it wasn't for that, I probably would have been incarcerated or dead. You know, due to drug violence, street violence, gang violence, whatever you want to call it. But it is what it is. So video games will always have a very near dear to my heart. I mean, a lot of people's like, why you play games? Like, because I owe it and I love it. It's nice. It kept me alive. It made me become a family man who I am today. And if if you got a problem with that, then that's on you. But I'm just telling you from my personal experience why I play video games and why I love it and why I will always be playing it. When even to my dying breath, I will still be playing video games. But I digress. Back to this lady. This young lady, I don't think she got me banned on Facebook, which leads me to my next subject. I don't think she got me banned on Facebook. I think Facebook got me banned because of the keyword and phrases said in okay, basically, I've been banned at least 6 times. Banned 6 times. The first 2 times, I can say it was my fault. I can honestly say the first 2 times I got banned is my fault because I verbally attacked somebody. Okay, but the last 4 times is just ridiculous. There are keywords and phrases you cannot say. And this last time I got banned because I said, "Hey, what's up, Ryan? What's going on?" This last time I got banned because I said a key phrase and I was describing someone's sexuality, and I was saying how he was a good role model, even though he, I said the G word, he's gay. I was like, even though he's gay, he is a good role model for black gamers worldwide, especially black boys who play video games. That's all I said. He even got on a platform. He even won an esports award on national television and described his sexual preference. So why did I get banned for that? Because that's nothing but true. It was no direct slight or slate, or it wasn't even attacking a person. It was describing and how proud he is to be who he is. And I was just, elaborating on that and trying to educate people about who he is as a person. And I still got banned. So with that being said, Facebook is on some bullshit. I mean, like I said before, I'm not gonna try to cuss as much. I'm gonna save that for the rant out. But I'm not gonna sit up here and cuss them that much because my message gets diluted if you cuss a lot. So I'm just gonna describe how Facebook on stuff. And then Facebook, really, why are you worrying about what it's saying? It's amazing to me that I can say anti-Semitic words. I can say the N word. I can say a lot of other nationality derogatory names, but I can't say the F word. I can't say the G word now. I can't say coon. I can't say that, but they pick and choose what words they want you to say on their platform. And that's why I'm really not going to be rocking with Facebook a lot. And then on top of that, they're so worried about what I'm saying. What about the data links that just happened? 1 or 2 days ago that a lot of people lost their information or got their information stolen, like worldwide. Like they should be concerned themselves about that, about why there's data leaks, why my information is being compromised. Instead of worrying about what I'm saying, where's my data that you supposedly said that was safeguarded is all in the hands of terrorists right now. That's what you need to concern yourself with, Facebook. But I digress. Back to sorry for the blank screen, but back to these uh these unsavory women, aka wear bitches. It's just it's an infestation. I mean, like I said, there's a lot of unsavory women that promote debauchery and just nasty. And they use social media as their platform to spread their misery. And I just wanted to talk about how it was a travesty. I mean, there was just like I won't say this. I'll say this. There's a lot of women out here that look down or frown upon guys playing video games, but yet they're out here on Facebook playing, what is it, Farmville and stuff like that, and playing these mobile app games, or they're doing God knows what with their phones, but they have the nerve to. It just irks me how a lot of these women get on their platform and they say what a real man is, but when you get like if a person like myself get on a platform and be like a real woman needs to know how to cook, real woman needs to have a cookbook. You know how fast I'll get canceled. I mean, I understand there's double standards, but I mean, these girls need to chill out. They need to chill out. They need to chill out. That just it just irks me, dog. It just irks me. But know what even irks me more? When I was sitting there reading her post, I was reading to a lot of these social night guys. I mean, it is funny how a lot of these guys out here who are social justice warriors, they defend the same women that don't even the women that don't give them the time of day. Like I've seen it, you know what I'm saying? These pseudo Derek Jacksons, they sit up here and they brag and they say a real, women that need, got rights and this and that, but where they women at? Where their girlfriend at? They don't never have a girlfriend. They never have a girlfriend. They never have a wife. They never have a significant other. They sit up here all day and they just whine. Okay? Just, they bitch made. Bitch made men are a disease. Are a disease and just disgusting. They just fruitcakes. You feel me? But this is what our society is based on. People who want to cancel people, cancel culture, and people who want to get on their soapbox and just complain about everything. And then I know some of you are watching this video, but aren't you complaining? No. I just told you what video games, the positive of video games done for my life and why I'm here today to look at you in your face right now and tell you that I'm here and I'm alive and the great things that video games did. Trust me, dude. Some of the people, I'm tell you right now, I've met a lot of people through video games. I've met a lot of people just working and being who I am in general. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the type of dude I am. But a lot of people, I was able and blessed to sit down and work business deals because of video games. Sit down and talk to people from a different nationality and don't even speak their language. We lost in translations, but but we both can sit down and talk about frame traps and fuzzy guards from a video game because it's something we love to do and passionately, and we know that transcends time. I mean, a lot of transcends time and language. Like music transcends time and language. Music, video games, some sports, depending on the sport. But I just find it that a lot of people, hmm, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not gonna sit here and rag on on women for 60 minutes talking about how the bad and the worst a woman is and whatnot. But I'm just gonna say that a lot of women out, a lot of I wouldn't say a lot of women, but majority, a lot of these women on social media, they get on social media every day and they say repugnant, dumb stuff about just about anything. In particular, men and how men don't kiss their ass. You know what I'm saying? It's just yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here for it. I am not here for it. Not at all. So just wanted to talk about that. And then also I want to talk, you know what else I want to talk about? I want to talk about Microsoft. Listen, I don't know I don't know what they're doing. I don't understand Microsoft game plan. Are they a game when it comes to the Xbox Series X? When it comes to this Xbox Series X or the Xbox Series S or the 360, Xbox 360, the original 180, or the Xbox One, what is the game plan now? Is there Xbox division? Are there a game division? All they seem to me, all they seem to doing is just buying up companies, and they're not coming out with any good games. I mean, and then they're overcharging you for like Game Pass. Like I don't understand the what is the word I'm looking for? What is the game plan? I mean, Sony has a game plan. Sony has came out with games, you know what I'm saying? They came out with exclusives, you know, even if you're not a gamer, they bought the Crunchyroll platform, you know what I'm saying? I mean, they got a game plan. They're trying to, I wouldn't say monopolize the video game industry, but at least they have a game plan. Like, look, we got games. You like the game. You like to watch certain applications. We got certain applications. Here you go. Microsoft, on the other hand, I don't know what their game plan is. I don't know what they're doing as far as like case in point. Like, I have a PlayStation 5. I have an Xbox Series X. Okay, on my PlayStation 5, it has streaming on it. Like it has Twitch. I can stream to Twitch or I can stream to YouTube. I used to be able to stream to Facebook. That was on the PlayStation 4, but I don't know what happened to Facebook and PlayStation and Sony. The deal fell through. Now I can't even post links or anything right off natively on my PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 5. Microsoft, the Xbox One, you used to be able to stream to Twitch. Then they turned it down or turned it off, and then they created a deal with Mixer at the end of the shelf life of the Xbox One. You can stream straight to Mixer, you know, and then they paid, you know, Mixer paid Ninja, you know, that one of the famous, one of the famous streamers, you know, he got his fame from Fortnite. They paid him what, $1 million a year to be just to stop streaming on Twitch and just stream on Mixer. And then last year, Mixer fell through, and then Ninja quit, or I guess he fulfilled his contract, but now he's on Twitch again. So it's like now the Xbox Series X came out in November of last year, and there's no native streaming equipment. You had to have a third party equipment like a Elgato or Ava Media hook it up to your Xbox One just to stream, where you can't just automatically stream off the software. But here's the thing too about the Xbox. They came out with somebody at the company came out with a beta, a prototype where it was a live streaming service that can be added to the Xbox One. I mean, the Xbox Series X. But somehow Microsoft was like, nope, this is not going to work and stopped it. Because by the time I was like, why can I was Googling and whatnot. And then it was like in the end of February, I saw this link to add the it was a like a beta. It was like a beta test. It was like add the streaming beta test, so you can stream straight from your Xbox Series X onto your PC. And somehow, when I clicked on the link, it came up with a cease and desist. It was like this is no longer available for a Microsoft Corporation. I was like, God damn! But it was created by someone on the Xbox development team. But then there was a cease and desist in the link, and it says it's not being supported. So I was like, Microsoft, what are you doing? Okay, now fast forward, um, when my PlayStation 5 came out, it was flawlessly streamlessly as far as PSN. It's like, you get charged annually if you want your PSN, to be able to go online and whatnot. And they were like, okay, here you go. It was like what, $49 or $59 or something like that. I was like, cool. When I set up for my Xbox Live for my Series X, it was like, well, we're doing something new. So you can only get 3 months. You have to pay again in March of 2021. This was back in November. So we only gonna give you Xbox Live for 3 months, and we gonna have you sign up for Game Pass. Now, mind you, you're gonna get an annual charge starting in March of 2021. You're gonna get an annual charge, and this annual fee is gonna be $159. It's like, what the fuck? It's like, oh, that's for your Xbox Live Pass, that's for your Game Pass, and it was something else. I was like, all right, cool. Because, in November, he was like, I'll take care of that in March, right? So March comes, third week of March. Look at my credit card information. Boom, $159 taken out right then and there. I was like, what is this? But I forgot. So I was like, damn. So I got to look at this, right? So, so I was like, what the, I was like, I was cussing, I was mad. My wife, she was mad too. But anyway, I was looking, I was like, what is this? What is this? What is this charge? So apparently, because I remember in January of 2021, they was like, we're not gonna charge you for the Game Pass and the Xbox Live Gold. I was like, all right, cool. So I was like, cool. They're not gonna charge because it was on IGN and everything. They was like, no, we're not gonna charge you. We're not gonna charge our gamers, $159. We're just gonna charge them the $60. They're gonna have, Xbox Live Gold and the Game Pass, and we're not gonna do that. And then somehow they changed it and was like, oh yeah, by the way, we are gonna charge you the additional $100 with your 59 for Xbox Gold and Game Pass. And it's like, okay, like what? So I don't know what the game plan is with Microsoft. One minute, the Xbox division, they want to be a game developing, they want to be into game development and whatnot, and state of the art. And the next minute, they just don't know. I don't know what they want to do. I don't understand their game plan. I don't understand. Every company has a game plan. Regardless if it's a video game company or it's a automotive company. Everybody has a game plan. I don't know. I don't understand Microsoft Xbox division game plan. I don't for the foreseeable future. I don't understand what they're doing. They just did commercials about Bethesda. You know what I'm saying? Bethesda is now welcome to the family, but I don't understand what Bethesda. You know, Bethesda getting on my nerves anyway. Flat, let's talk about Bethesda. Like, okay, I was all into. I was all about what is it? All about the Elder Scrolls. My favorite Elder Scroll is probably Morrowind. You know what I'm saying? I like Oblivion. I like Skyrim. Skyrim is the best, but personally, I like Morrowind better because that was like the first one I got into. I mean, I first got into Morrowind. Morrowind's so good, so then I went back to, Daggerfall and Arena and all that stuff. And, I liked it, and then but they're bullcrapping with Morrowind 6. They just keep doing their Morrowind. They just keep doing their Elder Scrolls Online, and I'm not rocking with the online. I'm still waiting for the Elder Scrolls 6, which should be in the Black Marsh. If you ever played Elder Scroll, all the stories led to it going down in the Black Marsh, and they bullshitting. So that's my gripe with Bethesda, and we're not even going to talk about Fallout. I don't even know. I don't even know. I can't even. Fallout is just ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. So let's see what's going on in the world, because I'm about to cut this short because I'm kind of hungry, and I haven't eaten nothing all day. I've been ripping and running with my wife, taking care of business because my mid son, he's about to graduate from high school. I don't look like I have a 18-year-old high schooler. I don't, but yeah, he actually he's in the kitchen right now eating. Everybody's in the kitchen eating, but me. But he he hates when I talk about Xbox because he's an Xbox fanatic. Like I have three boys. I have three boys. My oldest, he likes Xbox. My middest son likes Xbox. And my youngest son, he likes Sony. Me and him, we like Sony. Wife doesn't count. She don't know what she likes. She doesn't game at all. She's irrelevant when it comes to gaming. But other than that, it's just I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I just oh some of you may have got Outriders. Outriders. The game came out. Speaking of Game Pass, I was able to download it for free on my Xbox. If you're aware of me, or if you've heard of me before, me and my co-host from a different podcast, we call the Real Gamer Show. It's me, Attackman 5000, and Griffey Vice. And Griffey, he loves his Xbox, so he got a copy of Outriders, and he wanted me to get a copy of Outriders on the Xbox, and it was free on the Game Pass, so I downloaded it. But if you saw my previous streams before when I tried it, I call it Outriders, the Destiny Killer. I mean, it plays to me. Outriders plays like Gears as far as the cover and whatnot, and I think it's cool, but it's no Destiny Killer. I mean, it's good, but I mean, it's no Destiny Killer. It's okay. I didn't really like the story. I mean, the story was okay. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see. But other than that, I mean, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna play with Griffey, and we're gonna get on a clan or whatever, or play as co-op, and we're gonna try it, and then that's about it. It's by the same people who made the company that created the game is called People Who Could Fly. They made a Bulletstorm. They are the original makers that left Epic. That was the Epic team that created, Gears of War. Cliffy's team. But other than that, man, I mean, it's 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 been a strange year as far as gaming because not that really that many gems. Normally, right now is the time to drop around this time, like the beginning, the midpoint of April, like the middle week, like the third week of April. There's usually one or two good hot AAA titles dropping right now, and then after that, it's like the end of June, beginning of July, you get a hot title, and then for the holiday season, Gamers Christmas. If you ever know what I know me, or you ever heard me before, Gamers Christmas is usually the second week of August, and it doesn't end until the Black Friday of November, the day after Thanksgiving. That's a gamer's Christmas because that's when all the hot games come out. Usually, the beginning of gamer's Christmas is when the new Madden drops. Once the new Madden drops, that's the beginning of gamer's Christmas. That's when all the good hot games come out, and that's when you should get on and start buying all the games, you know, for the holiday season. But last year it was because the new systems came out, but this year I don't see any really good games coming out real soon. Like Next year, yeah, but this year, not really. And then on top of that, a lot of people are still struggling getting the new systems. Like a lot of people have been unfortunately been due to scalpers and um bots are not able to get a PlayStation 5. Now the Xbox, yeah, I think it's still easy. I've seen a lot of people who scoop up a lot of Xbox because they gave up on trying to get a PlayStation. Even they want a PlayStation more. I've seen a lot of people like, forget it. I'm not gonna get I'm not gonna get a PlayStation. I'm gonna get an Xbox. But I'm just saying, it's been getting a little bit easier. I would say, like every week, I've seen like people on my Facebook saying, dropping this link to like Walmart online, Target, Best Buy, even PlayStation, even Sony itself has been giving out, well, creating waiting lists for a PlayStation 5. So I mean, it's going to be difficult, and it's a lot difficult out there, but we'll see. Hey, what's up, Tim? I see you, man. Look, man, I'm telling you, you'll get a PlayStation, bro. Trust me. I mean, it's going to be easy. Trust me. So, but um, that's about it. I wasted y'all time. This is something new. I'm just trying out. It's gonna get better. I'm gonna have more formatted, and I'm gonna have like maybe intro music, maybe outro music. But this is just something I just started. I just formulated it within like 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I'm gonna do a podcast. I'm really gonna talk about how that weird bitch got me banned from Facebook. But I didn't want to keep it time. That's another thing. This podcast, I'm pretty much gonna make. I've seen like live podcasts where people talk for like, I think the average time is 2 hours. I'm gonna try to keep it down underneath an hour because I want to try to treat this podcast like it was a sitcom. A good sitcom is 30 minutes. A dramatic series is usually like 42 minutes. This is minus commercials. So I just want to keep it down because I understand we're all busy people and we got lives. And, you got stuff to do. So I want to keep my podcast a little low. I just want them where you can listen to when you're on the train going to work, or see it. You can watch it on when you're on the train going to work, or listen to it while you exercise or listen to it while you're babysitting, your kids or whatnot. I want to keep you from your busy schedule because I know you got a busy schedule. And plus, if you're a gamer like me, you know, you really don't watch podcasts when you're gaming. You may have it in the background as noise, but when you're driving or you been driving around or you being in the Uber or whatnot, then that's when you listen to something. And I hope I bring good quality content when you're doing stuff like that doesn't deal with gaming. So, with that said, if you know me, I've always did podcasts where I did a shout out and a rant out. And I always did a shout out first and my rant out second. And you probably like, what is a rant out? A rant out is the opposite of a shout out. Shout out is you giving people props. Rant out is you just saying what stuff gets on your nerves and what is getting on your nerves. So my shout out is to all you who are watching, who's spending, taking the time out your busy schedule to see me talk about, what's going on in my world and what I feel like was going on. Shout out to my wife, who continues to spoil me and complains about spoiling me. Shout out to my kids as they, venture to become young men and try to, find out what their legacy is. Shout out to my friends, uh, and just shout out to just the whole world, and hope y'all growing every day and becoming better people. Ran out. I only got one ran out, and this ran out is gonna be epic because you know why? Because it's talking about Vince McMahon. Fuck. Now remember, I told you during this whole podcast I won't gonna cuss, but this one is cuss. Viewer discretion is advised because you know what? Fuck you, Vince McMahon, because I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Okay, listen. I was a wrestling fanatic growing up. I love wrestling, but as I get older, I see the bullshit that's part of wrestling in the northern hemisphere or the western hemisphere over here in the Americas. Vincent K. McMahon is a asshole. And on top of that, he is a gift and a curse to wrestling as a whole. He's the one who saved wrestling over here. He's also the one that destroyed wrestling. And I'm going to tell you that he is a bigot and he's a racial bastard. And I will never, never deal with the WWE ever. WWF, WWE, I will never support that company. I've tried. Listen, I'm gonna break it down, and I'm gonna break it down sweet like cream corn. Okay, first and foremost, Vince McMahon has destroyed the cruiserweight division. Okay, he literally destroyed the cruiserweight division when before he monopolized all the wrestling over here in the Western Hemisphere. The WW, WCW, ECW, and a couple other places had cruiserweights. Some of the best wrestling I've ever seen in my life was done at the cruiserweight division. But Vince McMahon, his dumbass, he always think that Herculean wrestlers are the best way to go. And when I say Herculean wrestlers, I'm talking about wrestlers that's over 5 foot 8, 9, 5 foot 9, 6 feet, and that at least weigh 250, 300 pounds. Okay, though that's the type of wrestler he agrees with. The boring ass wrestlers who only got 2 to 3 moves, who are slow, sluggish, big, dude bro looking motherfuckers who just are just a disgrace to the just a disgrace to the wrestling field. That's the type of wrestlers Vince McMahon had. Some of the best wrestlers I've seen are from were the size of luchadors or just small guys. Like one of the best wrestling matches I've seen was in WCW was between Dean Malenko and La Parka. I thought it was fast, it was furious, it was technical. It was one of the best wrestling matches I've ever seen. One of the best wrestling feuds I ever seen was Chris Jericho versus Psychosis. That was also in WCW. But thanks to Vince McMahon, he destroyed the cruiserweight division. Now we just got big, beefy, dumb, lethargic looking dudes fighting. And then, okay, Rey Mysterio, he's fighting people that's 20, that's 200 pounds heavier than him. That's just retarded. Just stupid. Okay, that's one. Vince McMahon is a racist bastard. He has destroyed and he has belittled all black wrestlers. Oh no, destroyed and belittled all minority wrestlers, particularly black wrestlers. When I was growing up, didn't know. I wasn't educated as far as what I've seen when I was a little kid. But as I grow up and I think about it, there's no way in hell Junkyard Dog should have not been a WWF champion. Same with Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Both of those put their lives on for this company, and for them not to even get a sniff at the championship is retarded and ridiculous. Okay, now with that being said, the day I stopped following WWE or WWF, I tell you right now, the very day I stopped is what happened to Ahmed Johnson. When Vince McMahon looked Ahmed Johnson in the face and said, "The world is not ready for a black heavyweight champion," I was like, okay, he said that. He told him that. Okay, I'm done with the WWF. Not only that, he also orchestrated a fight between Undertaker and Ahmed Johnson, which caused Ahmed Johnson to be fired from the WWF. After that, I was like, fuck the WWF. This is how they're gonna treat black wrestlers. I don't fuck with that racist ass company. And since then, I haven't fucked with WWF at all. Now, granted, I've seen takes of wrestlers do this and do that. Okay, I'm good with that. I've seen that, but I never sat down and watched a full wrestling WWE match or Raw, SmackDown, whatever. Fuck that. I don't watch that. I don't support that racist ass company. That company is racist, and they can this man. You can eat a dick because that's some bullshit. And the reason why I'm even going off on Vince McMahon right now is what he did right now, which I'm getting to. I'm getting to you, but another thing that pissed me off about the WWF is how they treated The Rock. Everybody was like, The Rock is one of the most electrifying men in sports entertainment television, which is true. But why is it that The Rock, okay, why is it that The Rock could never win or retain the main strap at WrestleMania? If you go look on Google what I'm saying, no black man, until Kofi Kingston, which I'll get into in a minute, but no black man ever won or retained the belt at WrestleMania, the main strap at all. The Rock, why couldn't The Rock retain his championship against Stone Cold? He couldn't. He lost it. Why couldn't The Rock win his belt against Triple H at WrestleMania? He couldn't. Why? Because Vince McMahon wanted to taint his legacy. He wanted to have that much control over that man's legacy. Dwayne Johnson blew up way past what Vince McMahon can handle. And that's my shouts out to Dwayne Johnson. My heart goes out to him. He's good, cool. And another thing that made me stop watching WWE was that blatant ass, racist ass shoot that Triple H did against Booker T. Go Google that or YouTube that. YouTube the shoot that Triple H did on Booker T. That is the most blatant racist shit I've ever seen, and they let that shit fly on national television. I was like, fuck the WWF. If they gonna let this happen, that was, man, it was so damn disrespectful. I was like, I'm done with WF. And through the years, I see some of my friends, particularly black friends, that would, watch this and watch that WWE. And they're like, Shell, you got to watch the WWF. You got to watch the WWE. Kofi Kingston got the championship. He won the championship at WrestleMania. I was like, I'm good. I don't want to fuck with the WF. I don't want to fuck with the WWE. No, no. I mean, that's cool. I have no beef with Kofi Kingston, but he's not The Rock. I mean, he's a good champion. He's a good wrestler, but he's not messing with The Rock. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But he's good. I'm glad for him. Shouts out to him. Okay. But, whatever. Till recently. Recently, well, I would say recently, about the last 6 months, I heard about Sasha Banks. Shout out to her winning the championship and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? I was good for that. And I was like, okay, cool. That's cool. But, I don't really like the women's wrestling. Then I heard about the Hurt Business. And I was seeing what the Hurt Business doing, and I was like, "Oh, okay, the Hurt Business, okay, that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. Oh, cool. They're not shucking and jiving like New Day." Anyway, so it was like, okay, the Hurt Business. So 2 weeks ago, I was like, okay, like 2 or 3 weeks ago, Bobby Lashley won the championship from the Miz. I was like, okay, cool, that's cool. All right, man. My friends were like, man, you gotta watch the WWE now, man. Oh no, all the black wrestlers is pretty much just doing their thing, man. It's good, it's good. You should watch it. I was like, okay, all right. So I'm getting interested, and I'm watching more episodes. And I was like, okay, I'm about to watch the I'm about to watch an episode. It's getting good. I'm about to watch an episode. And then Vince McMahon went Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon sat up there 2 days, what was it, last week? He said, I am officially breaking up the Hurt Business. Why? Because it's bad for business. Why, Vince? Why is it bad for business? Because I said so. I'm Vincent McMahon, and this is my company, and I'm breaking up the Hurt Business. Former wrestlers, people who are in the know or in the public eye that are famous people, pretty much shitted on Vince McMahon. Said this is the worst move you can ever make. Why are you doing this? And Vince McMahon was like adamantly was like, this is how I feel. So that leads to speculation and pure conjecture. But I'm gonna tell you why Vince McMahon did it. Vince McMahon was jealous. All these different stables that he came up with over the years, they didn't make they didn't get as popular as quick as the Hurt Business. And the Hurt Business was really, really getting very popular, and it was getting really profound. I mean, I'm not gonna say the Hurt Business is up there with the Heart Foundation, not up there with DX. They're not up there with the Four Horsemen, but they were on their way, and it was getting real. It was getting becoming. It was on the cusp of becoming a very formidable, knowledgeable, noticeable stable. You understand what I'm saying? It was getting up there to be up there on that wavelength. It wasn't there yet. It's not up there with DX. It's not up there with the Heart Foundation. It's damn sure not up there with the Four Horsemen. But it was on its way. I mean, to me personally, I think it was better than the Evolution stable. I mean, you might say the Evolution stable, they had legends, but yeah, I really didn't follow the Evolution stable like I followed the ones I just named. We ain't even want to talk how they're not even on NWO's level. But the Hurt Business was going its way to be potentially up there to be with the legend stables. And Vince McMahon didn't like that because guess what? Because it's predominantly black wrestling stable. Because I mean, at this point, you got to call it a spade with a spade. You know what I'm saying? It's like, no, race don't have nothing to play with that. No, it doesn't. Okay, all right. Put the Hurt Business next to New Day. What is the New Day? The New Day, where they was shucking and driving, wearing rainbow colors, playing they playing their saxophones or horns at the thing. They was doing dumb, goofy ass shit. You know what I'm saying? Just running around, dancing, humping each other, doing some pseudo. alphabet type stuff, you know what I'm saying? Not really a threat, you know what I'm saying? Not really a threat for the belt or they had the tag team titles, but I mean, there's a lot of people had the tag team titles. I'm talking about the main strap. I mean, yeah, Kofi Kingston had the strap too, but what did he have to do to get that strap? You feel what I'm saying? So it's just like it was like the stereotypical, Coco Beware, Junkyard Dog, tomfoolery, what black wrestlers always got to do just to get a paycheck in the WWE, do dumb, stupid stuff. Where the Hurt Business, they wearing suits, they wearing ties, you know what I'm saying? They looking like the black version of Ric Flair, Rolex wearing, you know, tux, what I'm saying, BMW driving, they looking like it's professional, you know what I'm saying? They wearing suits, got the Rolex on, they looking like like the truth, you know what I'm saying? Oh, we can't have that. Go back to your tomfoolery. Go back to eating cornflakes or Lucio's or whatever you're doing. We can't have, successful black businessman looking wrestlers. We got to have the tomfoolery with the different rainbow bright outfits. We can't have these dudes up here. We can't have that up here. And that's why I'm saying fuck Vince McMahon. And that's my rant out, man. Fuck Vince McMahon. Can't wait till your time expired, dog. Just can't, cause it's some bullshit. And that's it. That's it for Shell-Shock. Um, basically, I'm gonna start like I said next week. I'm gonna do these on Mondays because I'm off Monday. It's gonna be around this time, like 6:30, 7 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? The podcast is pretty much gonna be an hour, as you can see, because I don't want to take up your time. And thank you for tuning in, and hope y'all guys have a blessed day, and keep gaming. And talk to you guys later. And remember,